In the dim hallway of Crestview High, Chicago, on a rainy April afternoon in 2026, the air crackled with tension. A rough hand twisted into Maria Alvarez's jacket, slamming her against the icy steel lockers. Her breath hitched not from fear, but from the sheer willpower it took to keep her fists unclenched, her body poised. At 16, Maria had learned to hide the fire within, a gift from her mother, honed in secret. "Where's the cash your dad was stashing?" growled Ethan Caldwell, his breath sour with cheap soda and arrogance. His grip tightened, his knuckles pale against her worn hoodie. I saw him in the storage room with a thick envelope. Maria's dark eyes held steady, unyielding, like a storm waiting to break. "I don't know what you're talking about," she said, her voice calm, deliberate, a blade wrapped in silk. Most kids would have crumbled, but Maria wasn't most kids. Behind her gaze burned a strength Ethan couldn't fathom, one her mother had taught her to bury deep. Ethan's lackeys, Lucas Reed and Caleb Holt, loomed nearby, their shadows stretching across the flickering fluorescent light. "Don't play dumb, charity case," Ethan sneered, his free hand smashing a locker beside her head, the clang reverberating through the empty corridor. "Your dad scrubs floors. Where'd he get $900? The number hit Maria like a punch. That was her father's savings, scraped together over months of grueling overtime, his hands raw from endless shifts. It was her ticket to a college prep program, a dream they couldn't afford to lose. "Let go," she said, her voice low, lethal. Something in her tone made Lucas shift uneasily, but Ethan just laughed, a cruel, jagged sound. "Or what? You'll cry to Principal Harper? He's my dad's golf buddy. Or maybe your dad needs this job too much to care." His smirk was venomous. "Face it, Alvarez. You're nobody here." A new voice sliced through the standoff. "Pretty sure assault's still a crime, even for the mayor's kid." Isabella Cruz stepped into view, her phone already recording, her dark curls bouncing with defiance. Ethan's grip falter cameras made him twitchy. "Mind your own business, Cruz," he snapped, but Isabella didn't flinch. "Maria's my chem partner. Hard to ace our project if you break her." The tension stretched taut, seconds dragging like hours. Finally, Ethan shoved Maria back, expecting her to stumble. She didn't. Her body absorbed the force, her stance unshaken, a detail he missed but Lucas caught, his brow furrowing. "This isn't over," Ethan spat, leading his crew away like predators denied their prey for now. Isabella's hands trembled as she lowered her phone. "You okay? Those guys are the worst, thinking they own the place." She paused, studying Maria. "You're not even scared." Maria smoothed her jacket, hiding the bruises blooming beneath. "I'm fine. Thanks for stepping in." Isabella frowned, curious. "How do you stay so chill?" "My heart's still racing." Maria almost spoke of the basement gym, her mother's voice echoing through years of training. "Fear is fuel. Harness it. Never let it rule you." Instead, she said, "I need to check on my dad." Isabella grabbed her arm gently. "They won't stop. That money, what's it for?" "College prep," Maria admitted. Isabella's eyes softened. "My mom's a lawyer." She could know. Maria cut in, softer this time. "We handle our own fights." They found Carlos Alvarez in the West Wing, wrestling a creaking mop, his face etched with exhaustion. His eyes lit up at Maria, then dimmed at Isabella's presence. "Mija, why aren't you studying?" he asked, his voice warm with a Guatemalan lilt. "Just checking on you," Maria said, scanning his tired frame. Isabella's phone buzzed, and her face paled. "Maria, look." A group chat screenshot showed Ethan's crew plotting. Time to teach the cleaners kid her place. Carlos caught their expressions. "What's wrong?" "Nothing, Papa." Maria lied smoothly, kissing his cheek, the scent of bleach and sweat clinging to him. Outside, Isabella pressed. "You have to tell someone. They're targeting your dad's job." Maria's voice stayed even, but inside, a cold resolve stirred, memories of her mother facing down threats with grace and steel. That night, Maria watched her father count bills at their cramped kitchen table: rent, groceries, utilities, each dollar a sacrifice. The $900 envelope sat apart, sacred. "You're quiet, Mija," Carlos said, his calloused hand over hers. "Tell me about Mom when you met." His face softened. She was teaching self-defense at the rec center, fierce and radiant. I was a scrawny immigrant, barely spoke English, but she saw me. Said I needed to learn to stand tall. Maria smiled, knowing the tale. "You were terrified, but kept showing up." Carlos chuckled. 6 months, not 1 point against her. So I brought flowers, asked her to dinner as a man, not a student. She threw me one last time, then said yes. Grief and joy mingled in his eyes. "She'd be proud of you, staying strong like her." Sleep eluded Maria. In her room, a box held her mother's relics medals, photos, a black belt with Lucia Alvarez, 3-time national champion in gold thread. Her mother had chosen family over glory, died saving a stranger's child. Maria's phone lit up with Isabella's text. "Can't sleep. Sure you don't need help?" Maria typed, "I'm fine. Rest." But another message followed. "Avoid them tomorrow. Skip if you can." Maria couldn't. Absence would raise questions, and her father would worry. Morning dawned gray, Chicago's drizzle relentless. Maria dressed for movement-loose jeans, hair double-tied, her mother's cross hidden. Isabella met her at the school's north gate, nervous but resolute. "Maybe Ethan's just posturing," she said hopefully. Maria didn't reply, her senses sharp. Classes dragged history. Algebra Ethan's crew absent, lulling Isabella into ease. Maria stayed vigilant. Third period, a text from a burner phone. "Your dad looks worn out. Hate for him to slip on those chemicals." Isabella gasped. "They're threatening him." "We have to know proof," Maria said, already moving to the custodial wing. Carlos was mopping, startled to see her. "Mija, you should be in class." She scanned the hall. "You okay?" His smile wavered. Another text, a photo of the storage locker, door ajar. "Papa, did you check your locker?" "Not yet." Maria's heart raced as she strode to the custodial room. The locker gaped open, the envelope gone. Carlos's voice broke. "No, I locked it." 6 months of work, his hands shook. Footsteps echoed. Ethan appeared, tossing the envelope mockingly. "Lost something." Lucas and Kayla blocked the exit. "Give it back," Maria said, her voice a low growl. Ethan smirked. "Poor folks shouldn't leave cash lying around." Carlos pleaded, "That's for my daughter's future." Ethan's offer was cruel. "Quit your job or lose the cash." Maria felt the shift, her mother's voice whispering of moments that demanded action. Her body settled, ready. Lucas noticed, uneasy. "Ethan, something's off." Ethan ignored him, focused on Carlos's despair. Maria stepped forward. "This is between you and me now." Isabella tried to hold her back, but Maria's words were steel. "Let them try." Ethan tore the envelope, bills scattering. Carlos dropped to his knees, gathering them. Maria's restraint snapped not her control, but her silence. "Madison, go. This is about to get ugly." Ethan lunged, grabbing for her. Maria's hand was a blur, seizing his wrist, pressing nerve points with surgical precision. His shock was palpable. She pivoted as Lucas charged, using Ethan as leverage, sweeping Lucas's legs. He crashed hard, the sound thunderous. Kayla backed off, muttering, "I'm not fighting her." Ethan, freed, grabbed a broom, swinging wildly. Maria leaped, disarmed him in a fluid twist, spinning the handle like a staff. "My mother," she said, setting it down, "taught me to protect what matters. This is necessary." Carlos rose, his voice firm. "This isn't just money. It's my daughter's future." Isabella, recording, caught everything. A new voice, Jaden Kim from their history class, announced, "Ethan's dad just got arrested. FBI's raiding their firm." Principal Harper appeared with security, face grim. "I saw the footage, Ethan. You're done." Ethan protested, but Harper's gaze held off from Maria. "Textbook defense, Miss Alvarez. Are you hurt?" "No, sir," she replied. Carlos stood tall. "My daughter saved us." The aftermath was chaos. The money was recovered, every dollar counted. Statements were given, security footage leaked, and by lunch, Maria was a legend. Students parted as she walked, whispering, some thanking her for ending Ethan's tyranny. In Harper's office, he apologized for ignoring Ethan's behavior and proposed an anti-bullying program, with Maria leading self-defense classes. Your restraint, your courage, remarkable. Carlos received a raise and benefits, the school board cutting ties with Ethan's family. At home, Carlos cooked, humming, joy in his eyes. You kept your mother's promise, Mija. You saved our hope. Maria laughed, promising no more tossing bullies. Later, she held her mother's belt, understanding her legacy. Strength was for lifting others. Texts flooded in gratitude, stories, hope. Maria wasn't invisible anymore. She was ready to teach, to build strength without violence, to honor Lucia while forging her own path. Chicago's rain cleared, stars gleaming. Maria Alvarez, daughter of Lucia the champion and Carlos the dreamer, knew her purpose, to stand for those who couldn't, to teach them to rise. What would you have done in Maria's shoes, fought or walked away? Should she have stayed silent to protect her secret, or was exposing her strength worth the risk? Drop your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for more stories that challenge what strength really means.